YouTube, what is going on? Welcome back to another Identity V video. I have to be kind of quiet because people are like sleeping in my house. Ooh, my hair's getting kind of long. I'm gonna get a haircut soon. Anyways, moving into the match here, as you could tell by the title, today we're gonna look at how essentially early game rotation in 4-person VC can really make the difference in matches. So as this year, I see that the hunter spawns over near garbage corner or fake gate, and Doc gets hit by the tram. Okay, nobody saw that. Don't worry about that. He's a pro. Basically, we're gonna see, with that seer vision, I can see that the hunter spawned over at fake gate. He's gonna rotate over towards middle. Doc's gonna start rotating away. He does get hit by the tram, unfortunately. It happens. But the only people over in that corner house area are Shrek and Doc, which are the Wildling and the Mercenary. So the hunter can't really chase either of them. And we now tell Cloudy, watch out, Hunter's going graveyard. He's leaving corner house going graveyard. So Cloudy's going to rotate away from his Cypher. He's going to go walk over here. You can just see me. I rotated in behind the Hunter because I spawned over near garbage corner. I rotated in behind the Hunter, and I decode the Cypher in behind him. So he wouldn't expect that. The Hunter wouldn't expect me to decode where he spawned, essentially. So Cloudy realizes the hunter is not actually going to him, tells me he's leaving, possibly going fake gate, which is where I'm decoding, so I'm going to rotate around behind this corner house area here, not corner house, but the fake gate house, in case the hunter does come towards me. And finally, the hunter, as you can see, he hasn't found anyone this entire match, anyone that he can actually chase. He finally actually decides to teleport after Cloudy here, so Cloudy's going to head over around here. Is going to portal through this wall, and is going to transition back in towards this graveyard area where these pallets are. Now, Cloudy's a very good kiter, very skilled. Dodges the statue, throws the pallet down, forces the hunter to break it. He's going to transition over to here, portal through here, get to this window, vault this for a broken window speed boost, and keep transitioning around this graveyard area. And so far, this is an incredible kite. As you can see, each one of our Cypher machines were about 50% of the way done before the hunter actually found anyone at all that they could legitimately chase. And that is just the power of rotation. Cloudy knows that the tram is coming nearby. As you can see, it says watch out for nearby trams. So he knows he can portal through this area, vault this window, and loop around here, and then get on the tram. Now, this is why this is very strong with a seer. Tram is very strong if you have a seer on this map, because what happens is the hunter is going to get off the tram right as the survivor does, and they're going to get a free hit on them. But you can owl that free hit, and it's very hard for the hunter to essentially combat. So what I'm going to do is Cloudy's going to say, I'm taking the tram, Eli, watch out, hunter's on with me. So I'm going to leave my Cypher, acknowledging that the hunter is going to be at that area, so I'm going to rotate away there. Cloudy tells me to observe because the tram is about to finish. I'm telling him, Cloudy, dodge all these statues, I'll give you owl if you dodge these statues. He does a great job, dodges every statue, takes the owl hit, has another portal available, can now portal through this wall and just keep transitioning farther and farther away from this hunter. I'm going to transition over towards garbage corner and do a new Cypher. I'm telling my team, fake gate 70 guys. When you guys go finish fake gate after you pop your Cypher, that's what Shrek's going to do. He's going to pop his Cypher and then go work on fake gate. I'm going to keep working on garbage corner, my Cypher. The new one about 30% of the way done. 3 Cyphers remaining, one of them about 70% of the way done. Another one about 30, and the hunter hasn't even hit anybody yet. Besides Doc, of course, but he got healed up. Unfortunately, Cloudy, with no speed boost here, he is going to take his first hit, I believe, momentarily. Dodging every one of these statues, Cloudy knows that he cannot afford to get statue hit. And one of the good ways to avoid all statues is kind of just run in the open. I know people say don't run in the open, but if you have no option of actually getting anywhere, and there's a chance you get statue hit if you hug a wall or come close to a wall, because it is a sculptor, just run in the open. You can dodge all the statues pretty easily. Looking at the Cypher machine progress here, the Sculptor makes 2 very good statues to down Cloudy here. Unfortunately, he was not able to get on the tram for a second time. That would have been huge. It would have just been straight up game over from there. But already 3 Cypher machines pop. We're about to top a 4th one. We're down to our last Cypher. It's already about 25% of the way done. And that is just the power of rotation. Cloudy's kite overall was very good. But because of that rotation, we got about 50% of 3 different Cypher machines decoded for free without anyone actually getting found. That the hunter can actually chase. So Cloudy's going to portal through here. He's going to transition into graveyard, dodge this statue, dodges this one as well. Very good statue here from the Sculptor. You can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. He is going to get hit with that last effort and will go down, but the last Cypher, about 50% of the way done. Me and Shrek are both working on it. Shrek's going to transition in for rescue, and Doc's going to come in and help me work on this last Cypher machine. So Cloudy does a great job. He dies in the corner of graveyard as far away as he can from that last Cypher, which is that middle house, middle 2-story area. And all Shrek has to do is go in for the save. The Cypher machine will be primed. We're telling him, Shrek, just wait to be primed, just in case you get terror shocked or stuff, which is highly unlikely, but it is possible. Shrek is a very good rescuer, so we definitely have confidence in him. to make this save. He's going to hop off the boar. Does take a statue hit here, I believe. Yeah, gets hit with the target statue, but is able to make the rescue. Cloudy's going to get hit, and we pop the Cypher. Just like that. The Cypher rush was very good. As you can see, even Doc, unfortunately, getting hit at the beginning of the match, we still were able to Cypher rush so hard just because of that rotation. We had about 150% decoding as a team done before he even came close to finding any survivor, and he was forced to use his teleport to actually locate Cloudy. We're going to see the Sculptor spike the exit gate here, drop a couple statues. Doc already has it open. He was immediately... he was prepared to open that gate. Sculptor is going to teleport here, but all three of us are pretty much out. We're going to take a couple hits here to buy a little bit extra time for Cloudy to possibly look for a dungeon or go to the other gate. I'm not quite sure what he ends up doing. And yeah, Sculptor's just going to hit Doc as well. I actually stay in because I'm trying to farm an owl. I actually almost end up getting another owl here, as you can see here. Yeah, but unfortunately the Sculptor does get out of range. And I believe the Sculptor just ends up surrendering at this point. Cloudy is going to loop around here. The Sculptor heads over towards dungeon but doesn't see him, but Cloudy might have been able to loop around and make it to gate anyway, as the Sculptor didn't have the tension. And that is a 4-person escape just because of communication and early game rotation. Ever Sleeping Town is a very good map for that. And as you guys could see there, an excellent kite from Cloudy overall, but excellent rotation, abusing that tram. And, you know, the two survivors that cannot afford to get found, which are the Seer and the Priestess, staying out of sight as long as possible. And the only way the Sculptor actually found them was through that teleport. So, you know, you really saw that, you know, come into effect there. And it really did make the difference in this match. This is going to be, I believe, a Bonbon match on Leo's memory. Yeah, it is going to be a Bonbon match on Leo's memory. We do see the Bonbon spawns in factory. I tell my teammates, Bonbon spawns factory. He's rotating over towards God Kiting, which is the area, the corner area, which we call this. And now he's heading towards Christmas Tree. I'm immediately rotating forward. Does a good job. Polaris the Forward does a good job of hiding back behind that area. He's going to rotate in behind the Bonbon, decode the Cypher in behind him so the Bonbon will not expect it. And I'm going to rotate all the way over to Shack, and I'm just going to keep going all the way to 3 Pallet. And the Bonbon is so far behind me, it just wastes a lot of time. The Bonbon has now passed 2 areas where survivors spawn and has not actually even gotten to Nidus yet. That is how good our rotation is so far. He does eventually, I believe, catch up to me here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does catch up to me over here at 3 Pallet. I do try to tiptoe around, maybe try to break my trail. And it actually works. I actually break his ankles for a second here. The Bonbon ends up going over to pressure Yumi, decoding her Cypher, I think. Yeah, he's going to go over and pressure Yumi here. She did a good job of avoiding that bomb, and continues to pressure that Cypher to keep up that Cypher rush. And the Bonbon does actually end up finding me here. I think I kind of gave away my location for a second. I didn't actually know where he was, and he does end up catching onto my trail there, unfortunately. I'm going to loop around to this back area. This little area right here is actually not too bad of a kiting area. You have like a window and a pallet, and you can kind of loop it once or twice, and you can waste some good time. Actually, the Bonbon does a good job. I actually lost sight of him for a second, and I'm forced to use my owl a little bit early. As he did kind of like shine his light through the wall, and I lost track of where he was, and I thought he was coming around the other way, but he actually wasn't. But it still worked out. I'm able to use my owl. I did not take any bomb hits at all there, and I'm keeping out of range of all these bombs, trying to avoid as many of these as possible. I avoid this one, I think it was a 5-second. Yeah, but I'm able to say, as you guys can see, I see how far the range of the bombs are. I'm able to stay out of range there. Trying to look behind me as much as possible to build up an owl. It is pretty hard against a Bonbon, especially with this walled off area. And he does try to mind game me here. This Bonbon does use peepers, but I was prepared for it. As you guys can see, very kind of, what's the word, like evasive maneuvers, evasive movements to dodge these bombs. Good bomb there from the Bonbon, kind of trapping me in, unfortunately, and he is able to get the first hit. I got stuck in the rocket chair for a second because I was looking behind me trying to build up an owl. But I do take that hit, get that speed boost, and transition over towards Shack here. I know nobody's decoding Shack. I do dodge. I predict this bomb, dodge that one, throw the pallet down, predict this one, dodging this bomb as well. And I am able to make it to the window here before the Bonbon is able to hit me. Polars finishes his Cypher. Already 2 Cypher machines remaining. He does a great stun. This buys me enough time. This is excellent coordination between me and him. You know, essentially, I'm saying, like, I'm kiting over here. He's like, all right, I'm going to come maybe try to buy you some time. He gets the stun off. This allows me to transition all the way into Factory. This is the best kiting area on the map. I'm able to make it to Factory, vault this window, and keep transitioning down here. And this is just so hard for the Bonbon to actually catch me at this point. Once I'm able to make it into this Factory area, I'm going to drop down here, avoid this bomb, vault this window, and kind of just keep transitioning out here. Again, the last 2 Cyphers, I think, are about both 50% of the way done, and this is almost 5 Cypher kite. Polar's Missing that one, unfortunately, but it's okay. It does happen. Again, constantly looking behind me, trying to build up an owl. I'm about 50% of the way done on an owl. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of time to actually build up an owl, earlier on, because I was kind of looping around that wall area. Polars does go in for an insta save. Nothing wrong with this. It is a Bonbon. The only way we don't win this match is if he gets stuffed, essentially, because the Cypher's, again, about 90% of the way done and 50% of the way done. Yeah, I'm just going to take the hit here. Trying to farm an owl, but I do get hit, unfortunately, and I'm just going to go ahead and die behind Factory. And I'm telling Polars, I'm dying behind Factory. He might take me through the pallet, camp the pallet, or stun at the pallet, do something. And he actually makes a very good play here. So what's going to happen is the Bonbon's going to pick me up. He waits for the Bonbon to walk through the pallet, stuns him at the pallet, which forces me to get dropped down. Gets the pallet stun as well. I'm able to vault it. Transition with the speed boost up the stairs. The Hunter does keep chasing after me, but I am almost on my way to a second owl here. The Cypher Machine about 90% of the way done here. Again, constantly looking behind me while I kite to build up that owl. Dodge this bomb. Get out of the way of that. And the Cypher Machine is primed at this point. My owl's about 98% of the way done. I do get hit. We pop the Cypher, and I do get that second owl. That is huge. As you can see, my kite was pretty good, but it wasn't like so long. But we were able to pop 3 Cypher Machines because of that early game rotation. It was just so hard for that Bonbon to deal with. I'm going to get that second owl. He's going to hit into it. I'm pretty much dead here. I don't really have any chance at Hatch. I don't even know where Hatch is. We can look around for... yeah, I don't know. I think it's maybe like a Christmas tree or something. Yeah, it's Christmas tree. I'm nowhere near that. But I do go down here, but this does buy enough time for all 3 of the rest of the survivors to make it out, and we are able to secure the win. And that is early game rotation, how it can make the difference in games, promote Cypher Rush, and make it very hard for Hunters to actually win matches. I hope this video was helpful, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will have a Hunter or a Survivor tier list coming out soon, so watch out for that. For Season 15. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.